Son come home and say, hey, mom, this is my next baby mama. Or she'd be like, hey, mom, this is my wife. This is Candace. Meet her. You know, she's a beautiful sister. She do this, that, and the third. Which one is more honorable?
This is my wife.
This is my wife. Guess what? We learn that here.
That's right.
We learn all that here. We learn, this is our structure. Like, this is our what? We gave it to y'all earlier. We gave it to you. What is this?
It's a weapon.
This is our heritage.
That's right.
Without this, we ain't nothing but, without this, next week, next month, next year, it's going to be another Black Lives Matter march. Right. Without that. So this is what you got to take home, Candace. Read this. Psalms chapter 78, verse 5. And then let me get Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Read that.
Psalms chapter 78 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
For he established a testimony in Jacob.
Now this is God talking about who the Bible belongs to. Jacob is our forefather. Y'all see yourselves on this chart right here? So, because you say that you're a child of God, right? You're a child of God? Mom, I know y'all some children of God, right? So just like how y'all had babies, right? To identify them one from another, what did y'all do? To identify them one from another, what did y'all do?
Named them, gave them a name.
Y'all don't think God had that common sense? These are the names of the children of God.
That's right.
Judah, that's the American blacks. Benjamin, that's the West Indian blacks. Hey, Levi, that's the so-called Haitians. Y'all got Mexican friends? Guess what? They more than friends. They are family. They come from the tribe of Issachar. Remember how we said we had Native American in our family, right? We'll say that. I got that good hair, girl. I got that Native American girl. Guess what? Those is our family. They come from the tribe of Gad.
That's right.
So we teaching our people who they are in the Bible. Guess what? Read this one more time.
For he established a testimony in Jacob.
So this Bible only belongs to the children of Jacob, right? Read.
And appointed a law in Israel.
And appointed a law in the Israelites. Read.
Which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children.
What they supposed to make known to their children?
Which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children.
So if you tired of your kids getting gunned down, teach them God's laws. Teach them thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not eat the swine. Thou shalt not eat shrimp, crab, lobster, pork. Thou shalt keep the Sabbath holy. When we do that, God's hearing our prayers. When we don't do that, we ain't doing nothing but sending up hot air. Now you might think I'm joking on that, right? But watch this. So, is there more on that? Let me get some more.
Verse 6. That the generation to come might know them, even the children.
I'm going to let you go, Candace, but he hit the point. He hit the point. You said your boy too, right? How old is your other ones?
My oldest is 11 and my middle daughter, she's 5.
So that's the generation to come, right? That's the next generation, right? Read this one more so Candace can get it.
That the generation to come might know them.
Might know God's laws. That's your job as a parent, because you know our mama, we always used to say this, right? There's no book to teach you how to be a what?
A parent.
It is. It's right here. Read it one more time. Read it one more time. Read.
That the generation to come might
beginning.
Verse 5.
For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel.
So God gave us his laws. He gave our people his laws. Read.
Which he commanded our fathers.
So us as men, we were supposed to set the house in order. We were supposed to set the house in order under God's laws. Read.
That they should make them known to their children.
Then we make them known to our children, because guess what? It's going to come a day where we die. And to make sure that our nation and our community flourish, guess what? We can have confidence in them, because guess what? They got the game. They got the game of life. We don't got to worry about our brothers and our sisters being gangbangers, because guess what? We live under God's law. And guess what? When we unify, we don't got to worry about police brutality, because guess what? We ain't killing ourselves. Why do you think they kill us? Why do you think they kill us? Because we don't give a damn about ourselves. We don't give a damn about ourselves because we've never been taught how to give a damn about ourselves.
Right.
This is how we get. So, sis, you got to keep God's laws, sis.
I will.
And
Thank
teach
you
your
so
babies,
much.
right?
Thank you.
All praise to the Most High. Eli, you got questions? You got questions? How old is you, Eli?
21 going on 22.
21 going on 22, right?
Damn it, I thought you were younger though.
Give me
Baby face.
give me NIU. Is it time to wrap it up?
You got about 15?
NIU, Ecclesiastes 11 and 9, right? Because a lot of us, we think life is promised, right? We think we got a bunch of time. And I know that because I was there. I thought I had a bunch of time, but guess what? The Most High can kill us any day, right? But watch it. Ecclesiastes, I think it's 11 and 9. Is that what I want?
I'm gonna go back. I want to make a statement, but you
Ecclesiastes.
know,
Hold on.
I'm sorry, but some fellas in my neighborhood say I ain't gonna make it to 21, and they really did.
Right. You
My
know why?
nephew was one of them. He was predicting his death and shit.
Right.
We like, no, don't say that.
Right.
But it's real.
Right, and it is real. You know why it's real? Because our people, we ain't keeping God's law.
He didn't make it. They didn't.
Our people, what is that? Proverbs 23 and
Don't
7?
make it to 21.
Is that what I want? As a man thinking? Watch this. A lot of our people, that's why we come out here and we're real adamant with bringing out the word of God. Because first and foremost, our people never heard it like this. And secondly, right, this is what's going to clean us up.
Yeah.
This is what's going to give you, this is what's going to stop black on black crime, brown on black crime, and so on and so forth. You know who you are and what's commanded you and what your commander looks like. So watch this, read it.
Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart.
So it says, as he thinketh in his heart. So a lot of our people don't think that we're nothing. A lot, and it's multiple reasons why, but at the end of the day, that's what the conclusion of the matter is. A lot of our people don't think that they're nothing. That's why we hate one another. We kill one another. We have no loyalty towards one another. Because guess what? That's how we think in our mind. Read that?
For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
So if he think that, guess what? And if there's no interference, that's what he's going to be. Psalm chapter 119, verse 9. That's why we got to change the mindset of our people. Y'all change the mindset of y'all people by being the example. Because guess what? What are you about? 40? 42?
Thank you. 52.
52? Guess what? You're supposed to be out here with us. She's supposed to be fellowshipping, getting the congregation ready for the men to come back from war. And you're supposed to be out here with us. So you speak Spanish, right? Guess what? I don't speak Spanish. He don't speak Spanish. So how's our Latino brothers gonna wake up if you don't step up? For real. Oh, don't think no more. Let's go. Read that real quick. Psalm chapter 119, verse 9. You from Oakland?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Psalms chapter 119, verse 9. Wherewith shall a young man cleanse his way?
Yeah, we waiting
now
on
it's
the
talking
war.
about the young men, right?
Right.
It's talking about the young men that's on the block. It says, wherewith he cleans his ways, right? Clean up his act.
Shalom Israel, Most High Christ bless. Deacon Adon here of IUIC Philadelphia. You're tuned into our Hidden History Radio, where we go into a deep understanding and history of who we are, according to the Bible, the hidden artifacts, archaeology, the geography, all you can think of that shrouds around our history of the Bible. We go into it in depth. So Israel, like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube channel, our Hidden History Radio. See you then. Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know history?
Read. By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
Once the young men take heed according to the word, guess what? They're gonna clean up their mindset.
Yeah.
They're gonna clean up their mindset.
They gonna go tell their friends about it and stuff.
Right. And you know what? That's the nation's biggest fear. Right. Once we get our minds right, that's their biggest fear. Because guess what? They scared of us in a dead state.
Already. What by
So
yourself?
how much more would they be scared of us when we acting like gods?
And they scared of our hair. What is that?
They scared of our
Always
hair
want to cut our hair or shit.
Every time.
Why are you scared of my
Every time
hair?
I walk around Berkeley, there's white people and stuff, though, I can sense. I can sense.
You can sense it, right?
I can sense that, you know what, other people
They
is
right.
trying to
Give
figure
me
it
Psalms
out.
82 and 5. Coming through.
Oh, yes.
Come on through, Twan. Come on. How you doing, folks?
name?
Yeah, exactly. Remember your name? Come on through, man. We about to continue to teach. Go to Psalms 82 and 5, right? This is why they scared of us, right? This is why they scared of us, because they see us in our dead state, but they spirit bear witness with this. Read.
Psalms chapter 82 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
They know not, neither will they understand.
Now this is talking about Israel as a whole, because I brought out an example, right? The Oakland population is 50,000 plus, right? But a lot of all we got is like 4 to 5 people that's up here, right? The Bible's explaining why. Read this again.
They know not, neither will they understand.
So God said, we know not, neither will we understand. The understanding that we have of God is gone. Read.
They walk on in darkness.
And a lot of our people walk on in darkness, doing the same thing, sun up to sundown, week in to week out, doing the same thing, getting high, trying to smoke, trying to get some draws, so on and so forth.
Yes, sir.
The same thing, waiting for sports to come back on. Read.
They walk in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
And you see that because the Son of Gods are in darkness. That's why you got wars over here, you got wars over there, you got the ocean being polluted. Guess what? You got black on black crime because we're not in our rightful ruling position.
Yeah,
the
not
earth
yet.
was given to the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, to rule it. So when you got somebody else that's ruling it and it's not set up for them, guess what? It's not going to run right. It's not going to run right. It's a scripture in Romans where it says the earnest expectation of the creature waits for the manifestation of the sons of God. What they're saying is they waiting for you to get up and come teach your people. They're waiting for you to get up and go teach your people so we can get the heck up out of here. So watch this, read.
Verse 6. I have said.
Now this is God, right? He said, I have said. Read.
Ye are gods.
Ye are what?
Gods.
So the children of Israel, y'all the real gods on the earth. That's why when you go to these other communities and they're not the children of Israel, they feel a certain type of way. They're intimidated because they're in the presence of a God. They're in the presence of a God. Read.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
From Judah all the way down to Naphtali, we're the children of God. Read.
But ye shall die like men.
If we keep breaking God's laws, if we take this as a light thing, he said, I'm going to still put you to death like a man. I'm going to let your corpse fall in the streets.
And
So
you-
go ahead,
I'm
sis.
sorry, excuse me, can I cut in? But I like to look up history and stuff, and then I come across even the women was warriors, you know,
Well, listen,
something like that. So
the women supported the men.
yeah,
The women
For sure.
supported the men.
for sure.
The women wasn't out there with armor and shield and all that stuff. No, that's what they was doing with Esau's army.
Yeah.
The women they support the men. And guess what? That's a war too. That's a war too, because after we come from the fields of slaying this, that, and the third, guess what? We need some comfort.
Yeah.
Straight up. So that's the role of the woman, all right?
Yeah.
Watch this. Y'all got any questions?
No.
Okay. Psalm chapter 94, verse 16. This is a question for y'all. Psalm chapter 94,
10 minutes.
verse 16.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evil doers?
Scared.
Who will rise up for me against the evil doers?
Because guess what? We got a lot of evil in our community. We got a lot of evil in our community. And God is asking. He's asking the Israelite man, who gonna rise up against, read that one more time?
Who will rise up for me against the evil doers?
So Ed and Eli, what y'all gonna do? Read that one more time.
Who will rise up for me against the evil doers?
So that's God asking y'all. He said, who gonna rise up? Who gonna change the mindset of the youth in our community? Who gonna teach our people, listen man, you gotta stop smoking. You gotta stop drinking excessively. You gotta stop pouring that sister out. Y'all gotta stop celebrating these customs, Christmas, Easter, Halloween. God's asking us who's gonna rise up against the evil that's in this world. Read.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
And who's gonna stand up for God against the workers of iniquity? The people that's breaking God's laws. Who gonna tell our people that they wicked as hell and they gotta change or they gonna die?
Somebody else.
Y'all the only ones here?
Spread the word.
I had a history myself. I used to break free.
It's
I
okay.
changed. I changed.
Give me Titus chapter 3, verse 3.
I changed.
It's okay.
I love my life. I love myself.
Some of us dealt with alcohol. Some of us used to pop pills. Some of us guess what?
Addiction. It's addiction.
Give me 1 Timothy chapter 1,
You know what God
verse
gave
7.
me? You know what God gave me as a present though, and that's why I love myself? He sent me a wife.
All praise to the Most High. Now, and I can see that she's a good wife because she's encouraging you. She's encouraging. Most wicked wives, they be like, nah, let's get up out of here.
We
That's
stop
what
this
they do.
column though, I fall down again.
Right. So she's supposed to be a pillar. But guess what? It's time for you to start building yourself up so you can build her up. Because we got to build one another up. Cause she might got a niche on you right now. She might got a niche on
1
you.
Corinthians 14:34. Show him that. What he got to do, what she supposed to be learning.
I let him know. He
We don't get that. Let me get my point.
Both of us
Go
gonna
to
suffer.
1 Timothy
If you
chapter,
go
2
straight
Timothy
wrong,
chapter
we
1,
both
verse
gonna suffer.
I came for
So I gotta keep an eye on him.
All right, it's all good. Watch it. Is it 2 Timothy's? I came for
Help them stop using drugs.
1 and 9.
1 and 9. Watch this. Because you said something, right? You used to deal with crack or whatever, right? That's what you just was a statistic from the traps that was set up for. Because a lot of times we beat ourselves up and like, oh damn, I fell for that. Guess what? It was snares and traps set up to keep you destroyed. All praise to the Most High that He brought you this for. Because if you didn't say nothing, I would have never knew. If you didn't say nothing, I would have never knew. So watch it. Don't let that hinder you from doing what the God set out for you to do. And guess what? When you do deal with brothers and sisters that battle with that battle, guess what? You can comfort them because you've been there.
That's right.
Just like with Christ, right? Christ he was in the hood, so that's why He was able to comfort us. So the same thing with you. So there ain't no excuse. Read this.
1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man.
So God's laws ain't for righteous men. And guess what? It is a law for you to go teach your people. That's a law. That's not a suggestion. So God's laws was not made for righteous people, people that got it all together. Read.
But for the lawless.
But for the lawless, the children of Israel that's caught up in the ghettos in Oakland.
That's right.
We lawless. That's why most people don't want to drive through there, because it's a lawless people.
Oh yeah.
So that's what God's laws was given. It was given to the people that God, or the nations deemed as nothing.
Read. And disobedient.
And disobedient. Read.
For the ungodly.
For the ungodly. Because guess what? Prior to us coming into this true understanding of the Bible, all of us was ungodly. All of us was bewitched. All of us was evil as hell. Read.
And for sinners.
And for sinners. We all sinned. We all broke God's laws at one point.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.